Hey, what's up? Hey, everybody.
Not much.
Hello. Where's Christina?
Hello.
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 Patricia, I just saw you post your dog. I just saw you post your JK filter video. I gotta go watch it.
En español.
En español
I know.
también.
En
Qué
español.
bueno.
Sounds so smart.
El perro de
Terremoto
JK.
JK. Terremoto JK.
Hey, Hobie Love. Army Hobie Love, you must have been happy today to have, or yesterday, to get that new stuff from Hobie.
I know. He just looks so happy.
Yay.
Happy, happy, happy.
I just watched episode 4. I haven't watched it until literally 5 minutes ago.
Oh, really? You just finished it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just waiting for Quince.
There it is.
Oh, look at him.
Look at him.
It was such a. Oh, this
Couldn't
was
stand
easier.
yourself. That's fun.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't.
He's so handsome. He just looks happy. He looks glowing. I wish my skin
He
looked
looked
like that.
truly happy. I think that was my favorite part of that drop. Is like you can see the smile in his eyes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That
Which I
and
kind of needed that smile from him after watching his
I know.
episode 4.
After episode 4, and he's like, I just don't feel like I'm doing this for
Uh-huh.
more. And I'm like, and then he comes out with these, and you're like,
Yep.
oh, you look so happy now.
Hey, Leslie.
no.
Yep, breaking my heart.
hey,
Hey, guys.
All present and
Quince
accounted
is here.
for.
Wait.
He looks rested. Yeah, I thought
My
that.
bad.
I thought that. And I also thought that he was probably so excited when he was I don't know what the rules are exactly about what he is and isn't allowed to do in terms of, promo, so that he got to do that. And I don't know. He was just so happy to be able to
I
send us
put the wrong
video.
hat on.
You know what? I got so weirdly emotional seeing him dance in his uniform, and I was like not expecting that.
His legs looked 20 feet long in those camo
No,
pants while he
right?
was
He looked, like,
dancing.
super
Like
tall.
I've seen other idols dance in uniform, and I knew their fans like totally freaked out when they did, and I thought it was adorable. But like having like your person dance in uniform, like but it hits different.
I don't even know if it was so much the uniform as it was like just seeing him dance after so long. Like
After
in
so long of like
Yeah.
Pretty Fran.
and
Tina69, hello.
Yep. And so at ease doing it, like he looked so relaxed and so like in the element and not at all
really looked
forced.
very
and-
happy.
Yeah, he looked really
he
happy.
just looked truly happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. He
I know,
really
and
did.
he made that. Somebody said he's so hot, haute couture, even in uniform. He makes
Yeah.
anything look good, right?
He really does.
Yeah.
He really does make everything look like haute couture.
Hello in Oklahoma back.
Hi, friends.
Okay.
Hello.
Trying to get the agenda up.
Yes,
I was
Dior
looking for the agenda a moment ago.
I
and then-
found it.
Opened
and it's the
it and
correct
now it
one.
closed.
Did you even find this week's agenda?
I did.
I had so much frustration on my brain because while I was taking a shower right before the live, apparently my Google Chrome decided it needed to update, and it took all of my pins away.
Oh no.
Oh, those things take me like an hour to repin.
Oh no, that's the worst.
Frustrated, and so then I was like angry trying to find the agenda, and I accidentally pulled the agenda up and not the live agenda. So I was like, "This is so frustrating."
It's the wrong gin.
It's the wrong agenda.
Use the wrong agenda. Not the good one.
I know. I'm like, why does this say nothing about what we're doing in the live? And then I read it again, and it was like meeting note agenda, and I'm like, so the fuck now.
Well, the people that watch us regularly in the mayhem that takes place are like, you guys have an agenda that you're like
really
No,
good.
no. We have
Was
an
frustrated.
agenda.
Okay, first of all, we didn't used to have an agenda, and if you go back to those, you can tell. I think we started the agenda after the live where we spent 45 minutes on a coloring tangent.
yes. I was like, I think
Oh,
we
I
need to
forgot
play
we
it here.
did
I think we need
that.
to play it.
Yeah.
And then you guys were like, hey, can you make a video compilation of the good moments from that? And I'm like,
You're like,
I'm sorry, but we got Anpan Squirrel from that live, and I regret nothing.
you're
That's
right.
true.
I regret nothing.
I regret nothing
You're
about
right
it.
about that. You're right about that. However, in the history of lives, in the history of our great ideas, anyway.
I mean, we got permission to squirrel.
Well, and the number of times I had to listen to that live trying to find a clip of us laughing for that video that got muted anyway.
Oh my god.
They clock app.
Good times.
Lock
Squirrels galore.
Good times over the last 100 days.
Stop it.
Almost 100.
almost 100.
That was smooth.
Thank you. Did you like that transition?
That was really smooth. Super smooth.
You know what I
Well,
love?
thanks, Mint Pegasus.
Our chaos sees you make a smooth transition, and instead of being like, that was so badass, high five later, we make a big deal about how smooth the transition is.
Okay. We've reached the phase of dadding that we were at the nursery yesterday, like the plant nursery, and my husband made a terrible dad joke, and I was like, look at my cool dad joke.
Yeah. It's funnier when you can laugh in the moment, right?
But,
really is
but
funny.
when your husband made a dad joke, did you tell him to put it on the Gin 100 list?
Gin 100 days.
I don't know if it would work. I was pointing at Hostas, and he was like, but where are the La Vistas? And I was like,
Actually funny. He did well.
I'll tell him you guys laugh. I hope I'll send this to him, and he'll because he
Jen
told
would be very proud.
he was so proud of
easy.
himself.
That was
so
a good
easy.
one.
I need you, squirrel. Sorry.
They're flooding with squirrel ones again. We
I
had
know.
Squirrel in Love.
Here comes
Thank you
the
guys.
squirrel.
This I need you, squirrel, the first time.
Thank you guys for bringing it back. I really appreciate
Still
it.
have those. We need to put
nuts.
those on the blog.
Go nuts with your squirrel pun.
Please know after the live, it
enjoyed
was
this
like,
so
hey,
far.
did you notice we were down to like 12 people for a few minutes there? We were like,
It
yeah,
did
but we
not
got
get that low. It did not get that low.
Okay, maybe 14 people.
Okay, you know what?
It wasn't that low either.
We don't need that. We don't need that energy
Double
here. We
that,
don't need that
double
energy
that
here.
minimum.
We don't need that. We
I'm
don't need that.
seeing- I think it's
Not
apparently Dee's birthday. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Dave.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Even if it's not your actual birthday.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Mm-hmm.
Bon anniversaire.
Oh.
I can't say it in Korean, even though we all know what it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cheval.
Can't say it.
You know what? We'll say it in Korean like this.
Okay, I'm glad we really didn't try to sing happy birthday because it really is out of sync.
That really is.
Everybody's got different lag speeds. We can't possibly sing.
Yeah, please know we were gonna sing happy birthday live to Ribbon last week, and then somebody was like, hey, you can't do that on live with multiple people because the lag.
And we were very
and-
proud of
and
ourselves
tried.
because we
I
thought
did
the fan
important talk
chant
about
was
that.
all in sync.
Exactly.
We were super
We've
proud of
tried
ourselves.
simple things like the fan chant, and
Yeah.
each of our cameras syncs it, but no, it's all chaos and cacophony.
So,
We're
okay, somebody
going
asked a
to
serious
discuss
question,
that.
and I want to
Yeah.
answer it. Somebody asked, what do you think of J-Hope saying sometimes he pretended to be happy? So I
We're
haven't
going to
seen the
talk
full
about
episode
that
yet.
during our discussion in a minute.
Okay, I haven't seen the episode yet, but I do have commentary on that because I've seen the clip.
Yeah, we added it to today's agenda when you were
We are
there.
going to talk about
Yes,
open.
that's okay. It's going to happen.
Episode
We decided
four.
to do.
I had a first birthday party to attend today, so I missed our weekly meeting. So
It was chaos.
fly by the
Listen,
seat of our
You
pants.
know, I know what we
no,
kidding.
Katie takes our notes.
mean-
and she wasn't there to write things down on the agenda. And we're like an hour and a half into this meeting, and we're like, hey, we should probably write this down for Katie. And thankfully, Stephanie was writing it on pieces of paper, but that doesn't help Katie see it on the digital agenda. And we had to restart, and it was chaos. But I was
Sounds
like,
like someone
this
is
how much
literally bowling.
Less than had to go over it all over again. Like, okay, so we
had
talked
to
about
redo
this.
the whole fucking meeting because Katie wasn't.
And it was the one Zoom I did not record.
Repetition.
Oh, I was gonna say, what about the recording?
I didn't record it.
Yeah,
I
I know.
That I also realized. I was like, we're not recording this, are we? No.
We just effed up in every way possible.
We didn't have Katie, and chaos abounded. It was terrible.
Yeah. We're great. All right. So, did you guys do the introduction before I got here or not?
Nope.
No.
We usually wait a few minutes to make sure people have a few minutes to get on.
Welcome. You've wandered into the lair of Army Project 529.
There.
Yeah, this is our lair. We have a lot of cool stuff.
Not us, but we do have cool things.
We have candy and bonton.
All right, we do.
We're a bunch of cinnamon rolls.
Yes.
Mm.
OG6.
Are we though?
Are we though? Anyway, if you are not familiar with us by now, really quick, we are a community-based initiative project that started on January 1st, 2024. 529 days between then and Festa 2025. We are filling those 529 days with a retrospective journey of BTS's entire discography and career from their debut until they enlisted in the military. And so the idea was to fill our time until they came back. Too bad for us that they are also continuing to fill our time in the present. We're so unlucky in that regard.
Sorry for our fault.
Terrible, so terrible for us. But so the idea was to keep us connected with BTS and with each other. And so we are content and community, and you guys are the community. We have our website, armyproject529.com. That's where everything lives. Our blog. Every week we come out with a new Monday Muster, which is our weekly content. But we also do plenty of other blog posts. We also have our Moss City map, which connects armies all over the globe. We've had plenty of people meet in real person after finding each other. Real person. That's
In
cute.
real person.
I met
Real
somebody.
live boy.
That's it now. Write it down. Real person.
We have never connected any AIs together. Only real people so far.
Only real persons.
Only real people so far have connected.
After meeting on the map, and yeah, and we have a Discord server. We're on all social medias. We hang out. We have watch parties in our server. We just have a ton of fun, and so that's what we're about. We're about building Army community and connecting through BTS and their content, and that's who we are. And so, welcome.
That's
welcome.
who we are.
That's who we are. Really quickly, Stephanie, introduce yourself, and we'll go around the room.
We are the dreamers. No, sorry.
Make it happen.
Oh God.
Because we believe. Okay, I'm Stephanie. Hello.
I'm Patricia. Hello.
Christina.
Doc.
Katie.
I'm Quince.
We were almost in fan chant order, guys. We're so close.
I know we were.
Yes, almost.
What's our fan chant order? It's me, Patricia, Christina, Doc, Quince.
Doc, Quince, and Katie. Yeah.
Quince,
Oh no, Quince, Doc, Katie.
Doc, Katie.
Oh,
I don't know if you noticed, but whenever I make posts on TikTok, I tag you guys in fan chant order every
You
time.
do?
That's how I remember.
Oh.
I tag you guys in order that TikTok recommends you.
And now that's what I do.
Now I'm going to start
I
doing fan
once
chant
upon
as
a
well.
time. Once upon a time, I reverse fan chant ordered you because I thought it was fun that way. And then now I just do whatever TikTok tells me in whatever order they have because it's faster.
June, I'm sorry you can't find anybody from Baton Rouge. I used to live in New Orleans, but I moved about a year or so ago. So I'm sorry that I'm not down there with you anymore. But I do know that there are other armies on the map who are in that area. So you should connect with the ones that are down there. Because some of them are not too far away from you.
Hi, Debbie. Debbie's here. Hi, guys.
Hello.
See, look at that.
See,
Other
all you gotta
Indian
do is
Army.
put it
Other
out there.
Indian Army representing.
Ask and you shall receive.
Yep. So make sure you guys go to armyproject529.com and check out the Moss City map and get yourselves on there if you're not on there already. And you can meet some other people near you.
I'm looking at it right now.
And don't forget to like the live so more people show up so you can find more people near you.
Unless you're Christina, please
Yes.
don't.
Wow, I've got more people in my area.
Christina, people get
Check
added every day.
next week because we're going to be plugging the map and the project when we all go see the D-Day movie. So
Yep.
hopefully next week we'll get a lot more people on the map.
Yes.
And I happen to know that one of our project executive volunteers has been leaving our cards in her local Target inside albums.
That is
That was
awesome.
so clever.
I told my husband about that.
I
He was like,
laughing
"That's
so
genius."
hard. She like
So,
comes back to
so cool.
from her trip to Target, and she's like, "I've been proselytizing," and she put our business card in front of every single BTS album.
Inside, sometimes inside the little 4-part security strap.
That's excellent.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to Barnes and Noble and stick it in every single everything that has anything to do with BTS.
Look, I spend a lot of time in Target and I go to all different Targets.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
You know what I did with my hair? I washed it.
I did not.
I did not.
So proud
That's
of
the
you.
That is high level adulting in my world. So
It
congrats.
is. It is. It's a chore.
Yeah.
It's
I did put on a bra though.
I washed mine, but it's
Also
still
wearing a
wet, so it looks like a hot mess.
yeah.
I need a copy of the card, she says.
Who said that? Brenda Vincent.
saying that.
Brenda, can you send us a message through the contact form on our website or send us a DM here and we'll get it to you?
The Army Project 529 cards, if you wish to purchase them already made, are in the armyproject529.com/shop. And you'll find the cards in the shop on the website. If you wish to print them yourself, then Katie will send them.
Yeah, send us a message through the
What
contact
card?
form.
Okay, let me grab one and we'll show you. Hold on.
Oh, I have one right here.
You can print them for
I have a
free.
redesign coming. I
You,
have
or
one
you
right
can
here,
have
too.
the design for free.
They
so
do
you
not
can
have the
print it yourself.
QR code on them anymore.
So the one that I send you if you print at home is different design because we didn't want you guys to waste a bunch of ink on it. So it's more
Yeah.
of
It's more
like a
white.
white background and everything. But if you want this one, I can get it to you. We just didn't want people to be wasting ink
These
on
are
a
the
black
ones you
background.
can actually order.
Yeah, you can actually order these.
It's on QR code because we took
And it
that.
has
Won't get enough time for movie, but-
information, so you don't have to remember on the spot when you hand them out who we are or what we do. You can just hand the card because it's got the information right on there, so you don't have to have anything
And
memorized.
it does
It's
have
nice.
stuff on the back too, but this,
Right.
again, this is not the one that we would give you to print because we didn't want everybody wasting a bunch of ink.
Yeah, and like the one for home is one-sided. We try to make it easy.
Yeah.
What else?
And these, if you do purchase them, they're at cost. There's no profit being made off of these cards. It's just purely the cost
The
of.
ease of having it shipped and printed to your house, or
Yeah.
printed and shipped to your house.
Yes, exactly. Chris,
Yeah.
if you're talking
gotta
about
be
my
like the
hair,
boys and put your hand
how
behind
long
it.
my hair is, it's
Oh, I put a little heart sticker over the QR code on mine, but the QR code no longer exists on the card because it didn't work right. So
Yeah.
I mean,
really didn't.
I was gonna say that we, you know, whatever.
you had to like zoom in. You had to like zoom in on it.
All I said was it's not on the card anymore. I just said it's not on the card anymore. You know, we broke up with the QR code. It's fine. Sometimes
did.
these things don't work out.
It just wasn't. Yeah, just
It's too high tech.
It's not
It was too
us.
small.
It was the code.
It was not us. It was the code.
It's not us. It was that code.
It's not us, it's them.
He wasn't that
Oh,
into
good
us.
morning in Ireland. Hello, Pauline.
Oh, hello, Ireland.
No, no, Christina, no.
Good morning, Ireland.
Good morning. I need one for hype. Yes.
Like a hype card? Nope, I'll never do that again. Don't ever let me do this. Never let me do that again.
Okay, right
Oh,
before.
what happened? You said my
here.
name, and then my TikTok live froze, and then now you're laughing, and I don't know what happened. It's okay.
Oh, because you started trying to do an Irish accent, and I went, "No, Christina, no, just
Oh,
stop."
no. No, I would not. I would not do that. But you're right. I see where you're going with that, but I do appreciate you.
Leslie, it is not time for Christina to play the recording.
Leslie,
Leslie, too early for that.
Yeah. Okay. So back to Stephanie's smooth transition, which happened about 9 years ago.
He was 84 years old.
I tried.
What was it that you brought up?
100 days.
Hey!
100 days.
That's a great idea.
Guess what, guys? It's been almost 100 days since we started Army.
It only feels like 100 years.
Yeah.
It's been 84 years.
Like 100
Oh, yeah. And we all know that 100 days is a big thing that gets celebrated in Korean culture. In fact, we've been celebrating 100 days until Jin returns from the military. So we definitely want to celebrate our 100 days. It happens to fall on Wednesday, which what else happens on Wednesday? D-Day movie coming out.
Thanks, Hive Intern.
These things with
The
us.
Hive interns love us.
Yep.
Okay, has
Thank you for
everybody-
the influence to do that?
Has
yes.
everybody seen the cat, the Yoongi cat for the movie?
Oh,
That's so
There you go.
freaking cute.
very
Cat-
good.
There's a cat for every Yoongi.
There is a
Yoongi
cat for every
is in
Yoongi
fact.
and a Yoongi for every cat.
This is
Um,
true.
So yes, 100 days. We are getting ready to celebrate. So we will be having a special blog post on Wednesday to celebrate our 100 days. Christina's working on something special for that. And since most of us will be going to the movie that day, and it's not a usual live day for us, that's what we'll be doing on that day. But we will be also celebrating next Sunday night. On our live, we'll be talking more about that, but we would love to hear from you guys about like anything that you what the project has meant to you, what you like so much, anything that you want to tell us about how you feel about the project. We would love to hear from you. And what was the hashtag that we came up with a hashtag, you guys?
100 days.
100 days AP 529.
There you go.
Let's try that again. One person.
One person.
How would I type it?
100 days AP 529.
Yep. So hashtag 100 days spelled out AP 529. So
Yep.
yes, Katie just put it in the comments. So
That looks good.
anytime, if you want to do it on your socials, if you want to make a TikTok, if you want to talk about it, talk to us on Instagram, Twitter,
Comment on a blog.
put a comment on a blog, anything. Please use that hashtag so that we can find it and we can respond to you. We can take note of it. We can squirrel it away in our little hidey hole where we look at it later and it makes us feel good when things are hard. But we want to hear from you guys, and then hopefully we'll have a good amount of them that maybe we can even like read some when we go live next Sunday. And
Leslie, what do you mean? So what is a day's at?
Are you being funny, Leslie?
Yeah, are you being funny?
Funny
Are you
looking.
being funny?
Kidding, Leslie. Don't shank me.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Okay.
because I was like,
Just making sure. Just making sure.
look at that, another thing crossed off the agenda. Next.
Oh.
Nice.
Next.
Hair bracket.
JK.
JK.
Okay.
JK.
And
JK hair
people-
bracket is out, which means all 7
Is
are out.
available.
And we'd like it to be known that he is at least 19 years of age in every single photo.
Yes.
This
So
was discussed and confirmed.
please, people, stop saying that he's not legal. Doc.
Oh, man. I'm so sorry for
literally went through that folder with us, and we made sure.
I'm sorry for my fault. I know I was one of the people who verified the age in that photo, and then I still picked it up when I made my video.
Research went into this.
It was his graduation photo. He was over the age of 18 at the time it took place.
Yes.
So he was
So
legal.
do not be afraid to select said picture.
I selected
if you
said
happen to
picture.
like that hair,
I love that hair.
right?
Yes.
You know, the word literally
that color of hair.
Funny, Leslie. I think I don't know. Your perception seems to be a bit off tonight.
That color of hair just reminds me of when he was in Hawaii and he just looks unwashed.
Oh yes. Yes.
Unkempt. Unkempt.
Unkempt.
Yes.
with that shirt.
Justin Siegel.
Justin
Justin
Siegel.
Siegel. Yeah, so if you guys have not done the filters and you want to, just go to the Audio Project 529 TikTok page. Right above all the videos, you'll see like these little icons. One of them is a star that kind of looks like a
The magic wand. It's like fairy wand.
fairy wand. Thank
Fairy
you.
godmother
Click on
wand.
that, and they're all there.
Yep.
They are all there for you, and we have new ones coming out in the very near future.
Yeah.
Yes.
And some
Stop.
people are very much of a theory that it does help to swear throughout the whole experience
It
while you're
does.
doing it. That somehow
absolutely
that
does.
lessens the pain. And I think Doc can back me up on that. That there's scientific
There are
research
So like
scientific
childbirth.
that
If you
cussing
curse
can reduce pain.
by
So
up to
just so you know.
50%.
Talking yourself through the process lessens the panic.
Breathe
I mean,
through.
You can do it in
cursing
multiple
allows you to
languages.
tolerate
Some
up
people
to
like to breathe their
50%
way
pain.
through it. That's fine. Whatever your process
I
is.
learned about a technique called rainbow breathing yesterday, like for angry kids. Maybe we could come up with like rainbow swearing and come up with like 7 swear words.
Cursing the 6 of us out while doing the filter is also a very popular method
Yeah.
of getting through the filter.
That's another method.
It just brings us joy. It really does. Your anger,
We love it when you call us names.
your
We just
anger
love
I
it.
hate flow through you.
for future endeavors. So
You know, personally, my favorite is you fucking assholes, but
That's a good one.
My favorite.
That's a good one.
Going through
Feel free. I mean, get creative.
It's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Too. It seems
We won't
very
be offended.
We
focused.
like creative insults.
Yep.
Yeah, get
I love
creative.
creative insults.
Enjoy yourselves.
I love new combinations of cuss words, to be honest.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you can
Prize
sing
it.
it, yes, then more points to you.
yes,
We
and
do
we're
need
gonna-
an OT6 fan chant, Chris. I think you're right.
Yeah.
So we need
Yeah,
something that
we'll
doesn't
workshop
require us to
that.
be
We
in
cannot
time.
do the BTS fan chant, and we're gonna do a fan chant for us when there's like the delay. But that's gonna be fun.
So
I know.
basically, it's a lot of noise.
With swear words.
and
Not
it's
happening.
too much.
That would be amazing.
It's just giggling and squirrel.
It's a lot. It's just a lot of giggling, the word squirrel, and us talking over each other.
Exactly.
It's
fair
okay,
amount of
D.
cussing.
You can swear at us. We're all right.
Yeah,
We
we're
swear
good.
when we're picking out the pictures and actually making the filter, we're doing nothing but just cursing ourselves. So
Yep.
you're good.
No, D,
Yep.
you don't have to remove your voice. You can continue to cuss at us and let us hear it. It brings us motivation and energy to make the next bracket even better.
If you don't swear at someone, do you actually even love them at all? I don't think so.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think so.
And the next one is probably not going to be a bracket. It's either going to be a blind rank or a randomizer. We're trying to mix things up a little. We have several ideas cooking.
Mine posted and I swore.
Of course, it will post it.
Yeah, it'll
Have you
post it.
watched any of our TikTok?
We swear. We swear a lot. Yeah.
A lot.
We're for the adults.
I try to put emojis in the captions, but I don't know if it'll be bothered.
I
if
have
it's in the
started.
captions.
Yes, I have started in the captions. I have started using a duck
Yep.
Mm.
Little
Oh,
beep
okay.
emoji.
instead of the word.
Duck warning. So,
Just
I think
That's
I'm pretty
impressive.
much a walking duck warning. So is it possible for me to make a TikTok where that word doesn't slip out?
no. I'm pretty sure it's also not possible for me. I'm pretty sure it's not possible.
Swearing is my second language.
Yeah.
Swearing is my love language because if I don't love you, then I won't swear at you. But if I love you, you're getting called.
You got a marriage proposal.
Oh, Katie, marry me. There we go.
Katie.
Why? What did I do?
I don't know, but let me tell you, you picked a winner because she is organized,
He's a good one.
clever, very
Yep.
kind,
Funny. Very funny.
very funny. Oh yeah.
Never her bias.
Diligent.
Aw.
Diligent.
Katie.
She is already married, so that might be a little hitch, but I'm sure you guys
We can share. We share.
It's
We
fine.
share our seven.
Share.
We can share each other.
But please be aware, Christina's my roommate for Kansas, so
That's true. Yeah,
Oh.
that's true.
So, you're going to have to fight that off.
gesture. Don't ask us for hand gestures.
Hand chant and a hand gesture.
No, don't ask us for that.
I mean, I made up a heart for all of you.
No, it doesn't go for kids, Kelly. Although my kids were used to my swearing, yes, but I never swore
Yes.
at my kids.
Dawson
The other day was like, do you listen to that with your child in the car? And I was like, yeah, like music. I was like, yeah. Why not? Like, it's art.
No, see, everybody in my family swears a lot, and so basically with the kids, it's those are adult words, not swear words. Those are words that adults are allowed to use, and it's rude for children to use them. So that we don't even use the word swear word anymore. They're not good words or bad words.
Oh, if they're teenagers, Kelly, knock yourselves out. Hush your
adult words and children words. Teenagers are allowed to use adult words though, or it should be.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, one time I was driving with my kids in the car. Jacob, my oldest, was like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years old. And I guess somebody cut me off or something, and I dropped the F-bomb. And he's sitting in the back seat in his little car seat, and he goes, he's a very smart kid. He goes, fuck is your go-to word. It is. And I was like, well, that stays in the bubble. We are in a bubble. It stays in the bubble.
The Boondock Saints really taught us the versatility of the word.
The Boondock Saints.
I haven't seen that in too long.
Is that some Sean Patrick Flanagan? It is. Oh.
So
some early Daryl Dixon. Some
Thuglicious. Or what was it? Thugnificent?
I got my picture taken with Daryl Dixon one time at a Comic-Con like thing.
He's the man.
You lucky bitch.
I'm a huge Walking Dead fan. Okay, let's move to the next thing.
I was
until they killed off somebody that's very important to me.
I was until they just completely jumped the shark. I think I left some time around the time that the tiger showed up.
The tiger.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, but I'm a huge. I do love Norman Reedus.
Yes, Norman Reedus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
your British husband. Yeah, I'm sure.
So we said D-Day comes out this week. What are we thinking? We excited? I still can't figure out what all they're going to do if it's only an hour and 25 minutes.
Oh, do we know that now?
If you guys go to sugarthemovie.com, you can make your own thing that says your name and where you're watching the movie.
Yep, I gotta change mine to mine. Hold on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. After
2
Shout
hours.
the hands.
that he dropped today.
Sorry, what?
I said I don't know what to expect after the video he dropped today. So
I didn't see it. I was busy today.
Yeah, the video today.
Okay, so wait, who's going Wednesday? Who's going Saturday?
Today?
I'm going both days.
I'm going on Saturday.
I'm only going on Saturday because I work on Wednesday and the theater's too far away.
I'm going on Wednesday. Army Hobby Love, I really hope, I know 5 of the people that will be in my theater, but I really do hope that there's some army bombs and some yelling and screaming because I feel like Yoongi deserves it.
He does deserve it.
Deserves people super excited.
I don't own an army bomb because I'm holding out till the concert in 2026 to buy one. But I still hope people bring theirs, and there's a lot of noise. I got
mine.
Yes.
Reminder, so Yoongi, as far as we know, is in basic training right now. So record stuff, post it in a couple of weeks when he's out. I don't want to share this information, but I will. He lets you tag him on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Also, there is a hashtag, an official one. It's like hashtag D-Day the movie or something like that.
Yeah, feel free to post it whenever the day of, but then post it again when he gets out.
But
Yeah,
also,
because I'm sad that he can't see all of our reactions because he's away.
There's an intern dedicated to making the best of the best for him.
Yeah.
take pictures, share them with us, please.
Yeah,
also.
we're going to make the best of the best.
We're going to make a compilation. for
Yep.
AP529. So please share, especially just tag tag or at the project or any of us, especially Christina.
Yes, I do, Margaret.
Mm-hmm.
You can get those at Walmart in the yard
Yeah.
section. They look just like army bombs.
No, I'm excited. This is the second time I've seen Yoongi in the movie theater, right?
Yep.
We're not
think
that
we-
delusional, June.
I know we're not quite that delusional, but we do think that Hyde was watching us.
Yes.
Maybe not this
Just
exact
make
live
sure you
stream.
don't do anything
Maybe not
that
this
leads to
moment,
pieces
but-
up there.
I think after Doc tagged Bong PD asking him to marry her, we're probably on a list somewhere.
We're on a watch list.
Yeah.
And it's not the best
Yeah.
time.
The context of that
They
list.
won't let us close to the building.
They got their
We like to lie to ourselves
When
and
we
tell
say
us
that Hyde was watching us, we definitely mean their lawyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's their lawyers. It's nothing special.
Their
or fancy.
bodyguards and their lawyers. Yes, that's who's watching
Their
us.
security team and their legal team, that's who's watching us. Because, yes, I, in a moment of absolute
Hyacinth,
tagged Bong
and
PD
Helen.
himself in that marriage
Yeah.
interview.
Hey,
Oh, I mean, Mr. Lee can watch us
you
all.
don't know. He could have recorded that video, and at night when he's laying on his bed, kicking his heels back and forth with his phone,
Kicking his feet together.
kicking his
Watch
feet,
I may be lonely, but at least
and just
this
like
lovely woman from Missouri will
just
marry
like
me.
tee-heeing to himself, just like you
Oh Lord.
don't know.
Other people.
You don't know.
I know. We brought up Mr. Lee, and now the Mr. Lee thing is happening. It's not after dark yet. You guys, calm down.
Yeah, no, it's not after dark.
There's a few.
Which means we got to move it along. We got like 20 minutes.
Yeah, move it along.
All right.
All right. Who is series? I hope you guys have been enjoying those. The blog posts, the videos, a lot of work has gone into those. Jimin just came out last week. And are we skipping this week because we're doing 100 days post? Okay, that was in the meeting.
100 days. So Tay will not be coming out this week. He'll be coming out next week.
After.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's been our Wednesday Whalian posts have been our who is series. So please check them out.
Those, maybe one day they'll find those. There's a hope.
That's the hope.
I'm saying there's a chance.
About as great of a chance as he had in that movie. So
You're saying there's a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, Samsonite! I was way off.
We already brought up the video
Yeah,
that you
Sugar
brought.
hardly has any views at all. So go to YouTube and watch it because I feel bad because he has no views hardly on his. And I don't understand why.
And yet
We're still trying to figure out YouTube's algorithm, guys.
It
Yeah,
doesn't make any sense.
but
Jen
and
has
yet-
16,000 views on his Who Is video. Sugar has 130.
But Suga's hair filter is by far.
Yes.
It's got 150,000 views, and the next highest views I think is Jin's with like 37,000 views for the filter. And I'm like, how is that? Why is Yoongi so far ahead on the filters, but yet in YouTube videos? Yeah,
I
it's
wanna make like a whiteboard with string, like a pin board showing like and this, but
We can get real like conspiracy theory. Like we can really be that GIF.
Yeah.
The videos are
why is it on this platform and not that
lucky.
platform?
The videos are linked in each blog post. It has the accompanying video link with it, or you can just go to YouTube and go to our website and you can or our page and you can see them there.
But definitely
videos
check
are
out
like
the blog
clips.
because the blog has all of your guys' amazing comments that Stephanie collected when she asked on TikTok, who is Jin? Who is Namjoon? Who is... She took all of those comments and then put them in a blog post for each member. So you go, you can read everything that everyone said about the members, and it's really, really amazing. And then you can click and you can watch the YouTube video from the blog post. I think that's the best way to do it.
And if you didn't get a chance to comment on any of the social medias while the project was open for the commenting, leave a comment on the blog itself, and those will show up at the bottom.
Jane, emails go out only for the Monday muster. We only send a newsletter out for the Monday muster. We don't email for other blog posts because let's be honest, would you guys really want to get that many emails from us? We wouldn't. So That's why we talk this stuff up with you guys so you guys know that it's going on. But we do have every Monday at midnight Eastern time. So it's Sunday night, Monday morning. We send out the email for the Monday muster, and it'll take you to the blog. It'll take you directly to the website, and then you can, while you're there, you can go ahead. Feel free to check out the rest of the blog too. Yeah, but you can find everything.
The map,
.com.
the shop. There's all sorts of cool stuff.
Yep, we do have a shop.
They've got that new like Hobie's lemon cake.
Yes, we've been working our way down.
A little heart
Yes, we're working our way through the members for the bakery, and we have Hobie out, and is Yoongi back up?
He's out.
Yeah. And speaking of
Ice Meowicano.
ice and Meowicon.
It's already been 40 minutes. Time flies when we're together.
You guys are welcome. So really quickly, since we brought up J-Hope's merch on our shop, if you guys didn't see, J-Hope is dropping merch tonight. Tonight.
On the Weverse.
I think it's tonight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the Weverse. There were pictures that were dropped on Twitter. And so there's really cool stuff. There's a necklace, there's a jacket, there's a beanie, right? There's stuff. There's some really cool stuff. So if you have the means and you want, if you want to get any of that, go on Weverse. I don't know what time it's dropping. Does anybody know what time?
I have no idea. I didn't even see the initial thing that it was happening.
Drops at like 5 a.m. my time, 4 a.m.
Leslie, I want the necklace as well.
It's in the middle of the night.
Leslie, the necklace will match our necklaces.
So we have that coming out. We did quickly mention, if you guys didn't see it, Yoongi did drop another video this morning, or early this morning in the middle of the night, one of the two, you guys know. And it's covers the last leg of his tour in Seoul. There's some wonderful maknae action in there. If you guys haven't seen it yet, it's really cute. When the maknae line went to his concert, and there's some pretty fun stuff in there, so you guys should check that out.
Yep.
So,
And the hint of something's on that.
Something.
Yeah, I missed it. You guys are the ones that told
we
me.
got some teasers on that video, so you should totally watch it. It's over on Bangtan TV.
It's on Bangtan TV on YouTube.
Ooh, importantly, don't forget to vote for Hobie and Neuron on Mnet Countdown, MCD, which if you're on a phone, the app is the only way you can do it.
Mnet. And I think it's
Yeah,
just
the app
called,
is called Mnet.
yes.
Yes.
Because last we checked, he was like 1% behind. He was in third place, but he was like 1% away from second place.
Yes.
We should be first place, but you know.
But TXT did just drop an album, and they're
Nothing against TXT.
No. We would love Hobie to be first place.
I would be satisfied with that.
But I think he would be
place.
okay being second place to the nephews.
Yeah.
But we still want him to at least be second place to the nephews and not hanging down at third again.
Yeah.
And it was so close. It was 1%, man. So close.
We can do it, Army. We can do it.
Yeah, we can do it, you guys. We can do it.
Yep.
So, you guys, this week in our content, week 14, it was the last week of HYYH. We are wrapping up HYYH. Can you believe it? 6 weeks. 6 weeks we have been doing HYYH and the project. It's truly the end of an era.
It's a lot.
I know. So we are wrapping up the second half of The Most Beautiful Moment in Life, Young Forever. That's what we did this week. Hi, I think I just saw Soki join. Hi, Soki.
Hi, Soki.
Caitlin's
here. Hey, Caitlin.
Hey, Caitlin. So we're wrapping up Most Beautiful Moment in Life, Young Forever, which has some crazy good remixes on there. We listened to some really cool stuff in our watch party this past week. We have, I don't know if anybody checked out any of the content, but I think my favorite part was that we finally got to see the live with Jin and Jimin and Jungkook, which is the origin of the "Hey, stop it" meme. Hey, stop it.
It is a glorious live. It
Love
is
it.
worth watching.
Yes.
Whole thing is chaos and hysterical funny.
It was supposed to be an episode of Eat Gin, and it just went completely off the rails.
Mhm.
We don't know anything about that.
No,
Stop
we don't know
it.
if it's going off the rails. Yeah. Hey,
S-T-O-P.
stop it.
I-T.
Yeah, that's in our content for this past week for week 14, and that was a personal favorite of mine. But there's some really cool, like I said, we have some really cool remixes in there that I had actually never listened to. Like there's a ballad version of Run, which is really pretty. Yeah.
The remixes are very well done, and it's like one of their first forays into remixes, and so it was really fun, like digging into that album more so than I had before.
Yeah, because I mean, there's only 4 new songs on that album. So like you might look at it and be like, I don't really need to look at this album because I've heard the other ones. So like I know what these other songs are. But then you notice that they have all these like remixes and different versions on there. And sometimes that stuff is super interesting to listen to, just to hear how they reimagine stuff. So I really enjoyed that. There's like an alternative version. And of course, we also have the prologue version of Butterfly, which is just the vocal line.
So good.
So
And
beautiful.
it's so good.
I love that one. Yep. It's my favorite.
I don't think I had heard that one before, to be honest, or I hadn't paid attention to it before.
Yeah, I had definitely heard it before, but I don't think I really noticed, that it was literally a separate version that just has the vocal line, and
Isn't
it had
that the one they did in Busan? And Yet to Come was just the vocal line version.
And we have that performance in the content for this past week. It's in there, so you guys can watch. And it's actually a really pretty. It's not just the performance of Yet to Come. They superimposed it over, whoever created this YouTube video. Superimposed it over footage from the Butterfly prologue MV. Katie's typing.
Katie's typing. Yep.
Suddenly I was like, there are swirls in my brain.
We're like, what is this? The sky is falling. Nope, Katie's typing.
So they superimposed it over images from the video for the Butterfly prologue. And it's really pretty. It's really pretty. So please go check it out.
Go.
Yep.
Do it.
Yeah. Do it. Do it. And but we're getting ready to and also we covered this week, you guys. This is actually something that we should not just gloss over. We covered BTS winning their first ever Daseng Award, which
Yes.
for best
I gotta find the pic.
album
It
of
was
the year.
so cute.
I
Yeah.
gotta find the pic.
Oh, watching from Qatar. Hello. Hi. Thank you. Thank you guys. That's very nice of you. But yes, they won their first Daseng Award for the most beautiful moment in life, Young Forever, which is pretty awesome. And that just means, if you don't know what Daseng means, it just literally means like grand prize. So it's like the biggest awards at the award shows. And so they won Album of the Year, and that was their first one. And we do have the video of them winning on our content. We have their performance from that award show. And that's all in week 14's content. And if you've never watched it, it truly is like the looks on their faces when they win is just a beautiful thing. And it was the first
My
time.
Roman Empire moment for BTS is when they win that award.
And it was not only important as a first time for BTS winning a Daseng, but it was the first time that a group that did not belong to one of the 3 big K-pop companies won a Daseng Award. And that is super, super important because remember Big Hit was a tiny, tiny company when BTS debuted. And even for a while after they debuted, they still were almost on the brink of bankruptcy for at least another year or so. And it took a while for them to recoup everything that they had poured into BTS to get it back. And so to get that validation from, yes, one of their managers cried, their staff cried, they thanked their staff. Like, I mean, literally, these people were all in it with those boys, at the time. And so it really is important. It was the first time. And, look where Big Hit is now.
Yep. Look at us now.
know?
How do you like me now? Yep.
It's pretty amazing. So go and check that out if you haven't. And remember, guys, don't feel like that you have to watch everything all at once or that you have to be on a certain schedule. Even though we come out with content every Monday, it does not mean that you have to watch at a certain pace. So just watch what you can when you want to, and just enjoy it on your time. That's what it's there for. So yeah, that validation was really important for them.
Yep.
And then next week we're going into Wings.
Well, I think the validation was good for them, and I think it was good for Army because Army had been fighting hard for them that whole time. So I think it was probably validation as much for them and to feel like, you know what I mean? Like all of the above.
Yes, exactly. Yes, Yuki did write some of the songs and produced. And in fact, Namjoon had his first production credit on the album as well. With
Forever, right?
With what?
Young Forever, right?
Yes, Young Forever was his first time producing a song on a BTS album. So it was a really important album for a lot of reasons. Yeah. So that validation was really important for everybody. So, you guys have any, tell us about some of your like really important validation moments. Cause I think we all like to get validated every now and then, right? It's not like you don't like necessarily set out to do something. Like we didn't set out to do this project to have people be like, oh my God, you guys are amazing. Like that's not why we did this. But whenever you do something and you do a good job on it, like when people say, oh, hey, I really liked the blog that you wrote. It's nice to hear that. It's really nice to hear that kind of validation. So, tell us what you guys, tell us about some of your guys' really nice validation moments because we like to hear that from you guys too. Yes, he was writing on In the Soup.
Yes, he was.
Who's also writing D-Day on In the Soup.
D-Day.
Yep. Yes, Steph did just start with her chickens.
Yes.
Just her talking to the chicken.
Started with some chicken.
Here we are.
I know. Validation is an interesting thing because, I guess obviously it depends on your personality, but if you're like my personality and maybe Suga is the same way, and I think some of you are the same way, like I don't really know how to take validation well. I don't take makes me feel really kind of odd, and I don't take compliments well. I've been practicing better, but and so I feel like it's almost like you're sort of afraid that if you accept that validation, then you'll somehow get a big ego or you'll get prideful about something. You know what I mean? Like you won't be able to keep things in perspective or something. I don't know what it is. It's some weird. I need it, but I don't. It's weird. I'm weird. I'm really weird.
We've actually had to have a discussion as a group. Like several of us don't like compliments or like actively will like ping them away. I'm not one of them, but yeah, we have a few people, and if you accidentally give them one, they're like,
yeah, Christina.
yeah. But we had to learn that about them. We'd
Like, ew, get away from me.
Don't touch me.
Feeling gross.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't need excessive praise or anything, but I don't mind them. It makes me fine. We have people who it actively makes them uncomfortable.
Yeah, right.
And they will deflect it. They're like,
right.
To be honest.
And so it also makes me mean because then if I get around people who need a lot of validation, I get tired.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that person makes me tired. But which is mean of me because it's just like a different personality. But for some reason, I don't know. It stresses me out to feel like I have to validate other people. Maybe I need to see a therapist probably.
I don't know.
Ew, feelings again.
Yeah.
Feelings make me tired.
Yeah, I think that is hard.
There's a difference between liking validation and liking to hear when you're doing well versus always needing endless, even when it's not
any of us need endless.
Yeah, even when it's not necessarily earned, but still just wanting to hear endless validation. And so that's when it becomes exhausting,
Right.
But you know, sometimes, you know, like I kind of fall somewhere in the middle. Like I don't always need to hear that I'm doing a good job, but sometimes I just need to come into a room and be like, hey guys, can you just like tell me I'm pretty today, please?
Yeah.
Like I just
Yeah.
need to hear that I'm doing well, you know?
Yeah.
And then I'll
And
go
we-
on my way.
Well,
We've
and then I think
developed
for
little.
them too, the attack, all that attack that had been coming at them for years, or anybody that's trying to do something creative, and you're putting yourself out there, and if all you're doing is getting attacked and negativity, you start to believe yourself that maybe I'm not good, maybe this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing, like all those self-doubt. So to even just get that a little bit of validation would be something, and then they got this huge one. So I mean, I think it just all feeds into that. If you're kind of a person who processes emotion, you know, in your mind and all that, I think it just is like freaks you out because you're like, maybe I am doing this completely wrong. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I, you know, all of that if you don't get the validation at some point.
Right.
Well, and I think I can think of at least 3 or 4 of us who have worked in male dominated industries. And I think that for me, when I think about validation, or like those moments, I would say for me, that's what it was. It's like when, you know, if somebody's like, you can't do foundations and lumber, that's a dude's job. Like, you can't do that. And I was like, try me. And it took me a year or 2 and I did it. And I know Christina and Patricia both work in tech, Doc works in medicine, you know. I think there's a lot of that. So I think as women, we feel that a lot.
You know what? Guys do it all the time. You know, how many times have you seen guys like patting each other on the back, like really hard, like, man, you're such a dude, and things like that? That is validation for them. So why don't we do it more among us?
You know, it's
But
interesting.
like, I don't like it either. So
Yeah.
like,
For the project though, it's funny how our validation, like people say, oh my gosh, I love the project. We're like, oh, that's so sweet. But then we also love it when you guys share stories about how you met somebody through the project, or how you saw a video or a picture that you immediately saved that you had never seen it before. Like all those moments for us are the ones that we send to each other to make us feel good on the days where we don't feel so good about the project. So we love that. And I know we've mentioned that before, but I think it bears repeating. Like,
We really do have a chat where we share stuff. We got a nice email the other day that I sent in.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think group validation feels very different than individual validation.
I would agree with that. Like,
Yeah.
I like that kind of like, hey, the 6 of you, you know, like that
Right.
feels really good because
Right.
that's where I think I feel the most pride about the project is the group.
Oh, bye-bye.
You pause for a second.
My stupid AirPod.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Or like I said, when somebody says they met somebody, like we love those pictures. They make us so happy.
I know.
Yeah.
Was I the only one who had one of those? Like I had an email folder at work where I would just put like the nice emails,
Yeah.
always with the intention I'd go back there on a bad day. I never ended up doing it, but
Well, I
you
think
know what?
I think going back to the validation tape, I think RM handled that so well with his question where he answered that question about, you know, if you have a trophy, I'm 5% of that trophy. You know, and he broke it all down and how he kind of sees it, and I'm only 5% of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
We're
it's
only
like
5% each. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. No, Army gets 35%, and we get, you know,
Oh, we gave
5%.
Army got
and five
50%.
gets, you know,
Hive
Army
got
50%.
Yeah,
yeah.
Army got 50, Hive got 15,
Okay.
BTS got 35, split 7 ways is 5.
Yeah. See, I can't do math,
It's the
so
only math I know.
It's fine.
It's
Math
the
is
only math
hard.
I know.
Math is hard, guys.
math is hard. But okay, so then let's take that back to, and I know I'm going to try to make this work because I think it's a really important discussion, and a lot of people are asking about it, and I really want to get into it because it made me cry. Hobie's conversation during episode 4, where he talks about faking it.
Yeah.
Faking. Well, first of all, a part of me felt responsible for that. Like he felt
Yeah.
like I felt like, oh my God, he thinks he has to fake it for us. And that broke my heart because I'm like, I don't want any of them to ever do something out of obligation when they're unhappy. You know what I mean? Like, so I felt bad about that. But yeah, I'm gonna cry just thinking. So somebody else talk because it made me
okay.
cry.
So I haven't seen the whole thing yet, but I saw maybe a minute-long clip around this, and I thought what he said was, maybe he said more than this, that he was pretending to enjoy things. Is that the phrase? And that really spoke to me because obviously I think I've talked about before, I've had struggles with mental health. I think most of us have, many people in the comments have. And for me, I know myself well enough now that when I stop enjoying things that I used to enjoy, that's like the first, like, that's the canary in the coal mine of like, shit's about to go down with your mental health. And that's when I know I have to start like doing all like exercising, like eating, like I have to start doing all the things to start like preemptively go. So I'm not diagnosing him. I am not qualified and I don't know him and he's that blah, blah, blah. But I think that is that sense of apathy, it can be indicative of that. And like he was going through a lot, so it makes complete sense. It doesn't necessarily have to be a diagnosis just to be experiencing that in your life.
When you do the same thing over and over and over again with no real break, it's only natural that, you know, like, okay, this thing that I love doing, I love dancing, I love singing, I love performing, but I'm doing it endlessly. Even that will start to wane, you know, like it's your job, yeah, but like when it starts to feel like your job and not something that you love doing, that's when, and I think that's what it was, is that they had, it was reaching a point of,
It sounds like burnout.
it was
Burnout basically starts that way. You love what you're doing, you kind of put all yourself into it, and then at some point you start like thinking, do I really enjoy this? And
I
that's
used to
the
get
first
letters
sign.
from people all the time that were like, I want to be a writer. Can you tell me how to be a writer? Blah, 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 blah. And so I would email people back and forth. But one of the things I always told people was, look, if you love writing and you want to continue to love writing, then don't do it as your occupation. Because as soon as your paycheck is dependent upon your hobby, it's easier for the joy to go, right? Because now it's as a job, and it comes with the weight of responsibility and timelines and blah 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 blah. And it's one of the things I think that can be difficult about. I think that's that's sort of the lens in which I'm kind of trying to watch Hobie's documentary is. He had this love of dance, right? And this thing that he loved, and it kind of became his job, and he was doing it and doing it very well, but he was having to kind of change how he did it to fit the seven, right? To make it all go together. And so in that, you sort of lose yourself. I'm sure he still loved what he was doing, but the joy of it sort of waned because it wasn't how he truly wanted the freedom. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's to me, I think, part of
the dancing for dance, like doing it for the sake of dance, and it was less about the dance than it was about like the routine of it all, you know.
Right. And then if you also like, if you've been paying attention since Jack in the Box came out and through this documentary, we're seeing a lot more of like Jung Hosik and not J-Hope. Like the man and not the persona. And one of the things, like if you think about that juxtaposition of who he is and the persona he has had to present since debut of this hyper sunshine, like overwhelming, bubbly persona that is J-Hope. I'm your hope, our sunshine. And if you look at who he is, like the more real side of him that we're getting to see since Jack in the Box, and subsequent things, like that's going to wear on a person over time. Like we're over a decade into this persona, and just the exhaustion and the like, he doesn't just have to fake it, you know, he doesn't have to just go on stage or whatever. Everything he did had to be overwhelmingly bubbly because that was the persona. So, you know, if he had energy to here and his persona sits here, he had to find that to hit that point, or otherwise, like all over the internet would have been rumors and what's wrong with J-Hope and all this other stuff. And so like that level of pressure, and on top of all that, he was the dance lead, and so like their main choreographer, like the leader inside the group, and so like the pressure he was under in addition to that persona was absolutely immense. And so him saying that, you know, he lost the joy in things, it made sense, but it was also extremely heartbreaking at the same time.
Yes. And somebody mentioned somebody mentioned that especially on the heels of COVID. So it during COVID, each member went through so much. So I mean, like if you think about it, like they weren't even supposed to do anything during COVID. Like obviously they didn't know COVID was going to happen, but they thought that they were going to go into the military. Like On was going to be their that was their swan song. That was them going to be saying goodbye before they and then they were going to do that tour, and then they were going to join the military. And then COVID hit, and so obviously that changed everything. And so all that stuff that came out, like Dynamite, Butter, Permission to Dance, Proof, all of that stuff like came out of like all of that came out of left field and wasn't supposed to happen. So yes, and so they just kind of went on like they were expecting to do something different, and then all of a sudden they just ramped up, and we know when they released those English songs, they blew up even more. Like they were already like pretty hot, but then they went like skyrocketed, and all of a sudden everybody wanted a piece of them. And so something that wasn't even supposed to happen ended up like taking them to like a whole nother level of fame. And so it's easy to see how they clearly they were all burnt out. I mean, Festa 2022. We
2022 is like burnout.
Too soon.
I know.
Soon.
I know.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going into any more detail than that. That's all I'm saying.
Plus all the traveling that brought on, all the extra weight on Namjoon to have to translate so much more because they were doing so many more interviews and so many more, just all of that stuff.
Yes.
Amplified.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's really, it was, so to bring it back to the validation thing, it was really nice. It's been really nice to see like Buglukin, who's been doing this with him, just quietly giving him that validation and reminding him that like, this is who you are. You are still this person. You are still Jung Ho Suk. You are still the tiny kid with the big smile that I met that loved dance. I still see it in you, and this, I can still tell that this is so important to you, and you're doing a great job. And you can just see like Hobie like soaking that in, and
Right.
it's clearly, I think it probably really gave him the kind of like oomph, that renewal that he needed before he enlisted. And so
isn't it interesting that you can get so much validation from millions and millions of people, but sometimes just getting that validation one-on-one with somebody who means something means more
means
from the
something.
millions
Well,
and millions.
right. And I also think too, when the validation comes from somebody who knew you when,
Yeah.
who knew you when, that validation has got to feel so much different. You know, so different from, you know, so.
And Diane, I understand why you would feel guilty. You know, like Steph said, she felt a little guilty when he said that he was like pretending to enjoy things. You know, I can understand, but remember that they're not doing anything, especially at this point in their career. They're not doing things that they don't want to do.
Yeah.
And so like they know exactly how much Army has done for them. And they always want to make sure that they are giving back to Army what Army has given to them. And so it makes them happy to make Army happy. Obviously, we wish for them to like look after themselves, but they're not doing things that they don't want to do. So it makes them happy to make us happy. And just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Yeah.
So,
Right. And also, if you pay attention to how this documentary is going, you're watching him find his joy again in doing the thing that he is like basically his gift to Army. So like in going back to doing this thing that originally started off as Army would love this, but also I would really like to get back to like my roots and who I am. And so in creating this project, he's actually, you can visibly watch him refinding his joy and his confidence as the documentary proceeds. And I think that's something that's a really valuable lesson for us as well is that sometimes when we get burned out and we get overwhelmed and something we love becomes just a job. Going back to why did we love it in the first place? What was it that made me want to do this as a job? And finding that root, that base, is really the formula to refinding your joy in something that you've lost your joy in.
Yes. Reevaluating is important. It's always good to check in with yourself.
Yeah.
Well, and giving
do
yourself
that- we do
permission
that
to
for the-
adjust and to change
That's right.
things.
We
you
do
know?
that for the project for each other a lot. Because when one of us is getting kind of like, I don't even want to do this anymore. You know, like
Not that we've said that a lot, but or anything like that. We haven't said that.
I mean a task. I'm meaning a task, not the whole project. No, we freak out if anybody even, But no, it's
no one's allowed to leave, so
no one's allowed to leave. But
we saw that video that we made where we thought Katie was saying she wanted a break from us, and we were like,
no,
you're not getting it.
and she was just saying she needed a break from new content, new BTS content.
Yeah, that's what I meant just now. I didn't mean I meant from a task. But you know who's really good about that? I will say this. Who's the best at that is Stephanie. Stephanie will, kind of take the temperature of everybody in the meetings. And when she feels like people are getting a little too stressed over the little details, she'll say, you guys, I never want you to feel like this is something that has to burden you, so make sure that if it's something that is not giving you the joy that you need right now, that you're communicating that. So I think we stay pretty true to that.
And I imagine that BTS does that with each other too.
Sure.
They have to at this point. They've been together for almost 11 years now.
Yeah.
I
well,
mean,
they can
more
read
than
each other
that,
like a
because
book
they
too.
do.
I mean, you watch them together, and I know a lot of the shippers like to make it all look like it's romantic. But when people look at each other and they say something without saying words, it's all through a look. They know each other so well. They communicate fully just by looks and checking out somebody's body language and the facial expressions. We're sort of getting that way. We've only been together for 100 days, but it's like you're that way with your friends, right? Like you kind of know if something's said, you look to them because you can kind of know what you're expecting for them to say or think or what have you. And I think that they can probably tell like that if one of them's off, if one of them feels something's not right, something's strained. And I bet you they are really, really good at communicating that with each other and talking each other down. Otherwise, they wouldn't survive.
Yeah, there was that live that they did where Namjoon was like, Jimin, are you okay? You've been really quiet today.
Right.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And Jimin was like, oh, no, I just, but he said that on camera. So I think
or Namjoon, you'll
you're
see
right.
it. He'll reach out to whoever's quiet and he'll kind of rub their back, like checking in on them, like what's going on. And, it's just, they're very, very good with that. And it's a beautiful thing, I think.
Yes, it is beautiful.
I
So
agree.
it's obviously not just a working relationship. They're family,
They're family, yeah.
and they know each other. So, and yes, they do have amazing emotional intelligence.
I always say if they get married, their future spouses are lucky.
They are
lucky
superior examples
Lucky.
of the male species.
They're final form Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because my husband's the same way. My husband is he actually feels things and has emotion, unlike me. And he's a much better communicator than I am. So he kind of pulls stuff out of me. And so as long as you've got one of you in a relationship or in a working relationship that will do that, then your chances are much better.
Communication is key.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yep.
I don't know.
It's
Is
so
it?
uncomfortable sometimes.
Yeah, I know, right? Is it time? Is it time, Christina?
Because being vulnerable is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. F that noise.
I think if one of us got if we got too flowery with each other, we'd be like, what the hell's going on? What's wrong with you?
Katie's face is funny.
Are you having a bad day?
Yeah, we'd be like, are you getting ready to?
Are you dying?
Are you on drugs right now?
Okay, like you're being nice. I'm really worried right now.
Why are you being nice?
Told me
My
to fuck
alarms
off
are going
once
off.
today. Is everything okay?
Like you
You
haven't
didn't insult
called
me today. What's
You
wrong with
haven't
you?
called me a cunt, and in like 2 days, like, are you dying? Like seriously.
Are you dying?
Are you dying?
I know. Well, I actually had to put in our stream the other day. I was like, I'm kind of going through it, so everybody, and I was afraid people were going to be like, "Is this even you? I mean, who is this person? That's even this isn't Stephanie."
No, that's why I was like, oh my God, it must be really bad. If she's telling us, it must be really bad.
I know.
I was like, sheer desperation. I have to say something. No, it was actually more from guilt. Like I was like, they're going to think I've totally gone off the rails, so I needed to at least tell them that I'm going through it right now. But you handled it well. My one emotional moment, you handled it well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine. That's your quota. You've hit your quota.
Yeah.
We know
Right.
what to do with
Only in the first week of April, so you don't get any more this month. You don't get any.
Hi, Jane.
Bye, Lucky.
Bye, Lucky. Thanks for
Bye, Jane.
Have fun.
Bye.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. All right. It's time.
Quarter time.
Oh, is it in the nose?
Yeah. This is for Leslie. For you, Leslie. After dark.
I like the theme song is different every time.
Everybody's knows.
I know. And my son's like, Mom, are you really gonna learn that? I have until September because when we see each other. I
I
promise.
think it's more fun that you haven't learned.
I mean, it's pretty much what we do all the time is just fucking wing it.
I know. I know.
Basically.
You know what? The panic we all felt this morning, though, when we were on an idea train and it was going so well, and then we realized Katie wasn't here keeping us written down was
It was
Like, this is
And then we
amazing.
had to write it
So
all
many
down.
great ideas. Shit, nobody wrote any of them down.
right.
See, I made shit all over the ideas.
I was
At least
like,
I write them down.
honestly, this is so on brand for us. It's so on brand.
We're like, motherfucker, nobody's writing this shit.
We're just like, oh yeah, and then this, and then this, and then all of a sudden I went, we haven't written any of this down.
I know.
No, we haven't.
Nope. And we're not recording this either, are we?
Nope.
We're not.
Nope.
So all we can do is hope that future us will be as smart as us right now.
Yes.
Spoiler alert, we won't.
Maybe
No.
we're teachable. Maybe we're teachable.
Listen, hopefully
Spoiler.
enough trigger words were written down to trigger our ADHD. Like,
It's true.
oh, that's what we were on.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's the only thing I can hope.
Yeah. We do usually leave ourselves enough of like a breadcrumb trail. Go, oh yeah.
Okay, but am I the only one,
I
like,
just
later
need-
on
I
when I go
just
back? I'm like,
need
I don't know if that
brain-
was such a good idea. Like, for my own ideas.
I just
Oh, I do that about every thought I have ever had ever in my life.
It
Yes.
seemed like such a brilliant idea at the time, but was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Especially ideas that
you're
come
sitting in your bed
night.
staring at your ceiling.
Yeah. Middle of the night ideas seem like the best ideas ever. And then you think about them again in the morning and you're like, that's the stupidest shit I've ever thought in my life. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody told me
Or
once
they
put
become
a
a book.
notebook next to your bed and just like write whatever comes to your head when you can't sleep.
No.
And I was like, okay. And it's like some of them are like great ideas.
It's it's first of all, it's unintelligible later. And second of all, you wake up and you think, I should write that down. And then the ADHD goes, nah, you'll remember it later. And you
No.
don't write it down. And you don't remember it later.
You
Shouldn't talk about it in the
There's that dream. was
like the
so
outtakes
good, there's
when
no
they're
way I
driving
could
in the
get
car
it.
that he wrote that whole story about like, yeah, we were grown-ups and I wrote my dream and we lived and we were eating this thing and that thing. I was like, man, this is the kind of shit you write when you put a notebook next to your bed.
No, my dreams make no sense. They're just weird.
It makes no sense whatsoever.
Although I'm thinking, ever since I started taking the vitamin D, I don't think my dreams have been this weird.
You're welcome. It's the omega.
you're welcome.
three,
You're
though.
fucking welcome. Doc is out here saving us one at a time.
It's the omega.
It's the omega and the D3 combination. Takes down those weird ass dreams. I'm telling you, people with omega 3 deficiency have weird ass dreams.
That's so weird.
Weird ass dreams.
Like vivid, violent dreams. It's wild. I've seen it.
Speaking of
in
wild
dozens
dreams.
and dozens of people.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Back to the point.
Speaking of wild dreams, how about Namjoon working out with some buddies? And yeah, what do we think about that?
Well, where are the buddies? Is
Well,
that
that's
even
the
like,
question.
where are the buddies?
Listen,
Because there's all kinds of theories floating around because Army loves
Not
theories.
weird, but I'm
not one
actually
of those-
legitimately thirsty, so I'm gonna go get a drink.
There's a lot of hair on their head.
Go get,
I
go
think
get.
I am not
boys,
one of
like
those.
Summer's saying, that I think it's before enlistment because they all have hair in the video.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what? I just
We were really Sherlocking this, okay, the other day. And I know there's all sorts of theories going around. But people were saying it was like all of them. They were naming, they were like Jin's definitely there and all of this, and it's like there's a very narrow time frame when it could have been, all of them. And it just I don't know.
Lengths of hair.
I think
And
it
the
could be more
placement
than
of
just
that
Jin,
phone.
but I don't think it's all of them because I don't think
it's
there
all
was
of
ever a time that their
Let's start
hair.
with the basics, you guys. Let's start with the basics. What was the song playing? It was New Jeans. What's the name of that song? I can't remember the name of that song. But more importantly, that song came out in what? June? We looked this up, didn't we, Doc? June?
yeah, we did.
June 2022, July 2022.
Yeah, it was the summer of 22 when that song came out.
Rabbit hole.
Attention. Thank you.
Attention,
Thank you,
you.
Ribbon.
Thank you.
Attention by New Jeans. So it could only have taken place from then.
We need a whiteboard.
We need a
your string,
whiteboard.
Katie. We need your string.
Whiteboard.
Yeah. And if Jin was there, obviously it had to have taken place between when that song came out and up until Busan,
Busan.
because he enlisted like what, 2 weeks later, a week later, 2 weeks? Yeah, no, a month. So
Yeah, I think they announced it right after.
but they all had long hair. They all had long hair during that period.
Mhm.
And nobody in that video had long hair.
Oh, okay.
So,
Unless they, well, and also some of them were wearing Hybe shirts, which makes me think that they were Hybe staff. Why would
Yeah.
BTS be wearing Hybe shirts?
I mean, they do sometimes. I've seen Namjoon in a
They
Hybe
do.
shirt before.
Is that like when you get like a uniform
imagine when they go
infraction
to-
and like that's your punishment?
Well, no, I imagine like sometimes maybe they go to the gym and they're in their regular clothes, and there's probably like Hybe probably just has like workout gear there that you can put on.
Yeah.
And then that way you can leave it there, and they probably launder it there, and so like you don't have, you can
Because
just
when you're rich, you get all kinds of free shit like that, and people do everything for you, and you can just save
Hey,
your own
that's
money.
cool.
Oh, that got real bitter up in here real fast.
Can you tell I'm bitter?
Hey, we have project shirts you can buy. Come on.
Yeah.
We do. They're quite nice.
We should have a
5% off.
repository
You
in
get that
Kansas
employee
City.
discount. Stop it.
Yeah, you could buy it with your own blood, sweat, and toil.
Yeah.
We've seen, has everybody seen
I
that
buy
video where they do
all
the
my-
tour around Hybe? It's literally like a city within a building.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they
It's a
have
fortress.
everything. So of course they're gonna have workout clothes that you can just wear that they wash there, and you don't have to like bring your own.
Based on the hair in the song, I don't think it can be all of them.
No, I don't think so
No.
either.
No, because
Interesting.
it came out July 22nd of 22.
That's
is
not
when
something-
the song
yeah.
released.
But the
And they
question
all
is, if it's
have-
an old video, why did it just come out now?
Namjoon is a bitch.
Because Namjoon loves to
Because
kind
he
of
knows when Army is sad, he has to give us thirst to investigate.
First,
So poor
yeah,
baby,
puzzle.
he's
He
looking
knows
he's
how
looking
Army
through his
works.
pictures and he's going
Yeah.
semi-nude, semi-nude, semi-nude. I know I
And
have
he-
one in here.
And
Oh,
he
here it
gives
is.
us he gives us a life lesson. So like, because the caption said, "Life is hard, let's hang in there."
Yeah.
And they're doing planks. So
Right.
Namjoon's ongoing quest to comfort and educate Army through thirst traps.
He's come to know us well.
right. We're absolutely right on that one.
Those on Twitter, because on some picture he posted or his video, I'm not sure, it showed his screen and one of the tabs was Twitter. And there was a theory that he saw somebody has been keeping a countdown on Twitter of when was the last shirtless picture posted.
He's like,
And it was
"Yes,
like the highest number ever on the day he
Oh.
posted
like
it.
43 or 46 days since the last.
And he was like, well, we can't have this anymore.
Yeah.
Well, now
Yeah,
it's
we
one
can't have that
day.
happen.
Now it's 0 days.
He
Yeah.
just said,
Literally
wow.
the day
Exactly.
after they had
Namjoon
told
giving
days.
us time,
Shirtless.
giving us. They know how much Army loves to investigate, so he's just
That's true.
giving us something to do.
He was like, this will keep him entertained for a good 4 days.
Yeah,
And it
exactly.
did, in fact, reset the clock like the day after them cocky.
Like
ass
this
closed
calendar.
the
I mean,
So I
0
definitely,
days
obviously,
is a
I
long
think
time.
Namjoon is there. I think we established that we're pretty sure that Namjoon is there. I think he's like the one on the far right. I think the other ones that we said that we thought for sure were probably there. We thought maybe Tay.
And like, did he have this on his phone, or was he like, "Hey,
It was being
Siri"?
recorded off of a monitor.
I know. So he was he like, "Hey manager, can you go find me some of that secretly recorded workout footage from 2 years ago and send me a little clip? Thanks."
Or is there some kind of like
Funny
thing
phone.
that they're gonna give us involving that, and he's just being a teasing tease who teases,
Like a teaser.
like
Yeah.
he's
Like a
what to do.
He was teasing us with a teaser.
Yes.
He was double
Yes.
teasing us.
Like, why?
Yes.
This-
I just think about like
It's like those ridiculous pictures that they keep on their phone. I have one here.
workouts. How much footage of them working out is there? Just sitting around.
Probably a lot.
Sitting around in the Hive servers. Just hanging out. Maybe they'll release some of it at some point. Who knows? Just
Why was it
Everything
being
that Hobie
recorded?
has on his phone.
I
yeah.
can't even imagine the level of footage that Jung Hosik has on his phone and his computer.
They all do. They all do have ridiculous
Never
pictures.
endingly got his freaking phone
But
out.
Hobie, I'm convinced, has more footage of the Maknae line than
Yeah.
anybody else.
Oh
That's
yeah.
his specialty.
Those are his babies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's his
Oh,
specialty.
mama.
So,
He
yeah.
got so many. He's always.
I mean,
got
pictures
freaking
like
phones.
this. They have them on their phone. They keep them all.
Yep.
This is Jin taking a picture of
Yeah.
RM passed out.
I don't think that Yoongi was there. No.
There ain't no
I
way
don't
it was playing.
I'm sorry. I need to defend my man's here. Somebody just asked, can Yoongi even do a plank? Have you seen Yoongi's abs?
Yeah, he can do a plank.
I've seen his
For
debut
sure.
abs. I ain't
First
seen.
of all, he's skinny as hell. Second, he does have abs.
I mean, we did get little flashes every now and then during D-Day. So
Yeah.
We did.
Well, and he's light as a feather, so it's not
And
like he's got-
that flexing when he showed us the tattoo in the live. That art.
The subtle flex. Yeah, we see you, Yoongi.
Yeah, we know what you're doing.
I
Mikey.
can plan
Okay.
Yoongi can do a
You know what you're doing,
Oh,
Yoongi.
no, don't look at my arms, but look at my arm.
But look at my arm.
I would agree. I can absolutely picture them all coming up with ways to get Army all excited and annoyed and bothered and like.
No, they like it.
I
What
know.
was the other thing that we said? So the other conspiracy theory that we came up with the other day was that, what was it, Katie? We said, what if chapter 2 was all a response to like somebody
Oh.
threatening to release
Yeah,
shirtless?
somebody, what if, like, because they hadn't shown as much skin before. So we were like, what if somebody was like threatening to send out like shirtless
Blackmailing them.
pictures of them and they were like, bet?
we were in a dispatch rant at the time, and we were
Yeah,
like,
we were thinking about this.
what if they had pictures and they threatened to release them, and Hive's response was bet.
Yeah.
And
Release the hounds. Release them all.
BTS started releasing their own shirtless pics, and
We were
then
talking about like,
they started liking it because they liked the responses that they were getting, and so they just started doing more of it.
And then
Because
it
snowball
became
effect
like a
now.
contest.
well, because
Yeah.
we were talking
Yeah.
about, I think, like the Korean media, like Dispatch or Korean, tabloids or whatever, like they like blackmail idols and celebrities and that kind of thing. We're like, if they tried to blackmail BTS was just like,
Yeah.
put out our own naked photos.
Yeah. Exactly where those come from. So here we go.
Yep.
Yeah. No
We
worries.
told them, Hobie, get us your old footage.
We're gonna need you
Obi,
to
what do you
open
have in your phone? Show us your phone.
Scrolling
We
through.
need you to open the vault, sir.
Yes, no, all we've gotten from Yoongi is some Victorian clavicle.
Not
Yeah.
recently, yes, but there's some older stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's some older stuff where he
For
you know,
research, right, McSue's? Yes.
research. It's all research.
Look, we have to make sure that they're healthy.
Because yes, exactly. Because we were
They have to
talking
last
about
a long time.
It's fun to talk about these kind of conspiracy theories in like a joking, like satirical way, and we do. We toss around these crazy ideas, like what if they just started taking off their shirts because somebody was like, "Well, we've got pictures of you," and they were like, "Well, cool, we have more."
We love, and I was gonna say we love taking our shirts off. And as we saw from the backstage footage at the D-Day concert, yes,
Just Jimin just running around, no shirt.
Did you notice that when Yoongi walked in, he kind of pointed to him and snickered? Like, that's the first thing they did. It kind of pointed that direction towards Jim. And then I'm like, why the hell does he not have his shirt on? And like,
Why doesn't he have a shirt on? Question.
It's
Maybe
fun to
question.
sometimes speculate about this stuff, but we, we also always couch it in the fact that like we have no idea,
we have no clue.
no,
Yeah.
we have no idea.
and
I'm
it's
just
all fun and
wondering.
games. It's all fun and games, and that and we always try to keep it in a respectful place, and the importance we talk about research, but honestly, guys, we do a lot of research. We don't tell you guys something is fact unless we have gone to extreme lengths to ensure that it is fact.
Yes.
I have a theory.
Same for everyone who is part of the project, and you guys are great about that.
I have a theory.
What?
It could be
The
bunnies.
shirtless this morning, an appetizer of something else that we're going to see in the movie on Wednesday.
Like more shirtless Jimin in the movie?
I'm just saying.
We'll get the other angle.
You think Yoongi would do that? Because remember when he
I mean,
was
He
like,
wants
focus
us to
on me.
focus on him.
Yeah.
Focus on me.
Eyes here.
I'm here for the Fighting for Army's Love era. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm here for, and Leslie brought this up the other day in conversation. I'm ready for Jimin's Taeyang era, where he follows the example of his idol and goes shirtless in almost every video.
I hope so. I hope so.
That would be amazing.
Wouldn't that be great?
All the
Yeah.
fingers are
Speaking
crossed.
of validating, we should talk about the rabbit hole we went down this week on a quote that is often repeated, and we had to go verify it.
Oh, this is a bit of a spoiler. This is a
What?
bit of a
This
spoiler.
This is true After Dark material and a spoiler.
Was I
Yes,
asleep?
but it's only
Did I
coming
miss
out
the
in
whole
2 hours.
thing? Okay, this will be the first
No,
time.
we talked about it during the meeting today.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck. Okay, go ahead.
Who led the charge on that one?
No, so obviously you guys know we are about to start Wings. And we know what the title track for Wings is. So that's coming up in this week's content. And there's a certain outfit that a certain member wears in those.
It may have been mentioned in the Bangtan Iconics look blog that Christina wrote and posted on the website last Friday.
It may have been the member that we were just kind of talking about. So this particular outfit is very well loved by ARMY. It's a very iconic moment.
Yes.
Very iconic moment. And we remembered, we started tossing around. I think, didn't he say at one point that outfit was so comfortable because he wasn't wearing anything underneath of it? And we were all like, yeah,
What?
but
Like that's
The quote that always
head
goes around is that he wasn't wearing underwear.
yeah.
Also, did he?
But
And
didn't he say that?
Yeah, so we were like, okay, we have to know. We have to know if what exactly did he say and at what time.
And thus began the hunt.
hours of searching for this piece of content that proved that Min Yoongi said he was not wearing anything underneath.
Yeah, what he said is he's not wearing anything.
I
He was
narrowed-
free
I
balling.
narrowed it
He was
down-
free balling.
I narrowed it down to
He
the
was
date.
going commando.
He was.
Listen,
Just went off the
I narrowed it down to the style of video
Red-
we were looking
red
for.
card yourself, my friend.
And I
Red
could
card
not
yourself.
find
Where
it.
are they? I don't even know where they are. Oh, here they are.
No.
At the
Red
final
card.
hour,
You guys can thank Riven. Everybody thank Ribbon for finally finding the piece of
Ribbon.
content that we needed.
Okay, but like we're not sure if that's really what he meant.
Well,
Listen,
it's what he meant.
Listen,
Listen.
that's what he
I
said.
mean, what you
Say I'm
want?
not wearing
He
anything
said,
under
We've
this.
all
I'm
said
not
it.
wearing anything underneath these clothes.
Just the poor staff who has to.
Clean the clothes afterwards.
And he was proud of it because it made it real easy to take them off.
Made it really easy to dance in.
Oh goodness,
So
goodness.
just look forward
No dance.
to that content
Because he said it with his
coming
whole chest.
in week 15.
He did.
You guys can learn more about that. You can watch the video for yourself. And
Watch it in
enjoy.
slow-mo. Slow that MO down. Slow it down.
Yeah.
So we've
Yeah.
got
Thing it
That's
did
like, in case you don't know how to slow down your YouTube videos, it's the little gear wheel.
So it's
That's
the
true.
importance of validating
Research. It is
information.
research, people. Look for
Yeah.
look
You know
for
what?
the
the amount of
anti-lines. You
research
won't
that
find
went into proving.
We would not have brought that to you if we had not been able to back it up with
It was
facts.
actually taken out of the blog briefly
It
out of
did.
panic
I
because we could
deleted
not
it out of the
validate
blog.
it.
Until we had proof, I deleted it from the blog because I did not. I didn't want it to be one of those things where Army just plays a game of telephone for the last couple of years, and we all think that is a true statement, but it's collectively we're just delulu. So I appreciated that research very
In
much.
this situation, we were not delusional. Minion
Yep.
Gee said it with his whole ass chest.
He did.
I'm not wearing anything underneath.
Okay, so I
That's
do
the
have a
thing
serious
about it.
question. I do have a serious question. So how do you confirm when you're relying on subtitles? Because like there's that one that goes around where he's supposedly saying, I can
Yes.
satisfy your girlfriend better. So how do you know the subtitles that you're reading are accurate? My head's sweating.
We have
I don't know if it's
particular
you freeballing
sources.
or my head. Okay.
So there
Yeah.
are well-known subtitle places that are known well enough and are reliable enough that even Weavers themselves will use them as fan subtitle sites. One of them
Okay.
being Bangtan Subs, Bangtan Subs. So there are a few very, very well-known, reliable
reputable.
places that do subtitling, and those are the people we source from.
We're careful about where we source from and as far as using subtitles.
Yeah,
but that's
because it's a real problem. There are fake subtitles out there.
It's a good point.
This particular clip comes from a place that Weavers themselves will list as a fan subtitle option.
Well, it is on Bangtan Subs. It's just not on their channel.
Yeah, it's on their website.
Yeah. So it does come from Bangtan Subs, and they are the biggest translators on YouTube, I believe. And that's where we source a lot of our content from, is Bangtan Subs. So,
Yeah, there's a lot of fake stuff out there because I mean people can just put whatever they want out there and we just
Oh wait, it's not. I swear I watched that live on Weavers, and if he didn't say that, I thought he said something similar to that.
It was probably something similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot of sometimes and you guys again remember sometimes translations are not going to be exact. So
Yeah, no, all of us. I am a nerd.
Honestly,
I like to go read multiple translations if I can.
At this
As a
point in
person
time,
that has done translations professionally, I can tell you that sometimes you have to be a little bit creative, but stick to the meaning. But a lot of translators are not that stuck up as I might be, for example.
Well, also at this point in time, I swear I trust Bangtan Subs and Bangtani Subs and a few of the other like BTS Live Archive. I trust their translations more than I trust Weavers because
Weavers edits or
they are like their subtitling is chaotic sometimes.
I think Weaver sometimes like uses auto translates with some of their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows.
The translation that is really hard.
Weaver
In
censors.
fact, when you have a translator,
Do you
the
hear
person
that,
who has to
Helen?
be-
Hyacinth?
Yeah.
it's a person that has to be also very fluent in the language they're translating to.
Yeah.
Because and they have to know the language they're translating from really well. because there's the hardest thing to translate is
Like
usually like
idioms.
expressions and
Idioms
things
and
that are
things
very idiomatic stuff. That's the hardest thing because usually there might be an equivalent in your language, but they might not be. And if you're not a language person and you are not very familiar with like all these expressions, I see a lot of this, for example, in books that have been translated from English to Spanish, which is my native language, that they take like something very literally and they translate it and it makes no sense because it's an idiomatic expression that makes no sense when translated directly. And I see that Weavers does that sometimes. When you see the subtitles in Weavers, there's like something that you're like scratching your head, like, what do they mean by
They
that?
literally translated the
And
idiom.
it's probably
It makes no
because
sense
they
in
took an
English.
idiomatic expression and translated it.
You know what my favorite example of that is Yoongi's rap in that. Because the English translation that they have on the official music video is like haters gonna hate and players gonna play, like that kind of, like they translated it into idioms that make sense. But then when you watch somebody who actually takes the time to break down the Korean of what he's actually saying in that rap, I actually like it better that way.
Yeah.
The official
that's my favorite
subtitles
example of that.
on the August D music video are there's a certain phrase that I don't actually want to say out loud right now that people always say. I'm like, he never fucking said that.
Oh,
That his tongue technology is gonna make you
No, not that one. That one's fine.
That one's a good one.
That one's true. That one's truth.
That one's true. No, there's somebody. I'm trying to remember. Maybe I'm getting the song wrong. It's one of its. Anyway, I went back to YouTube and on the official music video. That's what it
I'm
said.
telling you, the chita. It's like is the chita, and the sentence is like the one that actually rhymes in the translation, which is like the one about the pills because you have no skills. It rhymes, and actually, I watched several Koreans saying that they made it sound like that so it would rhyme in English, but it's actually not what he's saying. I think it's that.
No,
one.
it's in the song August D.
It's August D you're talking about because I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Is it the fat something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
And it's on the music video, and I'm like, he did not say that. He has said many things. He did not say that.
Yeah, that's
Why are
interesting.
you talking in code? Why aren't we just saying what it says?
Because we're shy.
Are you?
I was trying to respect Katie.
I know exactly what
desire
you're
to
talking
Trying to
I can say
remember
it.
what lyrics we're talking about. 'cause I would
Sometimes we
fucking
don't say anatomical words because if we say them too much, TikTok might think that we're
Oh, there's an anatomical word? How do I not know that?
Well, because he didn't say it. Because somebody put it in the subtitles, and it's not what he said.
Oh.
we're trying not to get kicked off alive, people. Don't
Okay.
tell.
No, it's not the Hong Kong reference. That would not bother me.
No.
No.
No, the Hong Kong reference is true.
Just go watch the August D music video.
Is it
after
the
that.
nether region?
You know what?
Yes.
Just treat yourself and watch August D.
Watch August D
It's the
again.
nether region.
Enjoy
Sure,
that
okay,
James
fine.
Brown sample.
Fat dinky them, Leslie. He's something fat dinky them.
It's a nickname for Richard.
Okay, gotcha.
There you go.
Okay.
You fat Richard
There you go.
them. You fat Richarded them.
Fat Richard.
That's what the
Exactly.
subtitles say, but that's not the lyrics of the song.
If he talks
not-
about his lower anatomy, then I need to go pay closer attention because I never paid close attention.
Well, somebody
he
used to
raps
keep quoting
really
it.
fast in that song, so it's easy to miss a little bit here and there.
Yes.
You have to watch it.
It's a
several
part
times.
of the body you don't
He had
have.
somebody who kept quoting it, and I was like, "That's not a real thing." That's
Yeah.
this
I
man
will be
is
doing
a
that research
wordsmith.
Anatomy lesson.
Point being is that not everything's always
He was
one.
wordsmith, and he wouldn't.
Stephanie
use
is Googling lyrics to August D.
Poker computer.
Right now,
Hello,
not even waiting. I'm
Hello,
doing it right now.
Katie is bouncing up and down during
Hello,
this.
Cloud. I need
Sorry, I was messing with my phone stand.
I'm looking right now.
I just thought you were
I
giving
love
us
that
a
hose
bit of a
that you
visual.
have, dog.
No, this is me bouncing
I
up and
tried
down.
dual set. Okay.
She's like, I would like the pictorial version, please. And thank you.
You're like, speaking of free
Show and
balling,
tell. Show and tell.
She's like, what are the flashcards? Where are the
I
flashcards?
have to put up a picture which I made my phone wallpaper today. Please forgive me.
Oh.
It is appropriate for after dark, except that I'm always going to have to do it a second time. So hold on, I'll be right back. It never works the first time.
Patricia's doesn't either.
Oh, Doc, don't put Beanie Hobie up.
This
You know
is
that-
so cute
You
though.
know that's one of my.
This was from I got
me.
this from Weaver.
It's so funny to me how several of us are just immune.
He's so cute.
Hey, Young.
I think it's just me and Christina now, right?
I don't know that Christina's 100% immune.
She's
Look
not
at
immune
Young.
to Beanie Hobie.
You know, no, no.
Patricia, I love that picture that you have behind you right now.
This picture is a new Roman Empire forts.
Yeah, I need a better
Look at
Youngie
that.
picture. I'm not gonna let Youngles. Come on, Youngles. Let me find a picture for you.
I mean, Namjoon
Come on,
here is
You gotta represent
Namjoon.
boys.
I mean, like, I've been having a thing with Namjoon all week, and
Yeah,
this is
just
one of the
casually hanging
pictures
out.
Here we
that
go.
kind of-
Deal with the pout. Deal with it.
Aw.
Deal with it.
Fucking suck it, guys. You gave me Beanie Elf Hobie. I gave you
Caitlin,
Scarlet
don't
Sugar.
spill. Don't spill stuff, Caitlin. Come on. I mean, spill if you got pics in the Discord.
Caitlin,
I can't download the picture I want.
You do not
one-
understand the depth and the breadth of Caitlin's photo collection.
it's immense.
Impressive.
I need that. I cursed whoever picked that picture of Jimin, the featured picture for his Who is Jimin blog post, because every time I log into the back end of the blog right now, I'm like, stop looking at me.
I know, Jimin. I have that reaction to that photo. I know, Jimin's like.
The best part of this picture is what you see down here.
Up the reason why JK joined Big Hit.
Thighs.
Boom thighs. Yeah.
Look at those thighs.
Daddy thighs.
Those are the thighs that built
Mom,
BTS.
daddy thighs.
Thighs that built BTS. We would not be here if it were not for Namjoon's thighs.
Look at those
So just
thighs.
remember that. None of us would be here talking to each other if it were not for
Let's
Namjoon's
see.
thighs.
That's totally
All right,
true.
this
That's-
one.
This is just fact.
Look at that picture. Look
Yes.
at that. Look
Yes,
at that
Caitlin.
picture. Look at him.
Just
Look at him.
it stares into my soul every time I log into the back end of the
Yeah.
blog right now.
That's the
The jaw, the chin, the
Why
neck.
is he not the model for every like store mannequin and everything? Like that
They
face.
don't want to pay enough.
And
I bet if
look
they
at that
paid
hair.
enough money, they could have Puck Jimin's face on all their mannequins looking.
And then
gorgeous.
everyone would steal them. The end.
Oh, that's true.
They all
They'd have
come
to
for
take
you.
their faces down.
They all come for you eventually.
Yeah, they do.
I mean,
Baby.
They have
pout.
Destiny, Rochelle.
right now it's like the only two
I know
two
how to
that
get
are like
Katie.
not really affecting me are V and JK. But I
I'm
don't know.
sorry. Did somebody just say, I know how to get Katie and disappear? Oh, fuck.
Oh my goodness. Oh, now we got two pouts. Now we got two pouts.
Now we got dual power.
Everybody pout.
Come on. That's nerdcore.
Let me find a pout. I think I have
Look at that
one.
nerdcore palette. Come
I now
on.
have pout saved.
I know.
I think I have a pout.
That's the beaky though. That's the Jim
I
and
know,
beaky.
look at.
I'm still
Guys,
looking
this
for
is
the
devolving.
graphic lyrics.
This is going downhill. We need to cut it off.
I know. I was gonna say I gotta go. I gotta go before Caitlin decides to
Stephanie
spill
is
bloody.
furiously
My-
researching lyrics.
I left this
She's
chat
gone.
a while back.
She's
as soon
gone.
As I heard that,
She's like,
She's gone.
yeah, I'm gone. I'll be in research all night.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my god. That picture's amazing.
Oh,
oh,
that is so cute.
These are babies.
Just
Look at their shirt.
look at you inside into your soul.
I know.
That's so cute.
Oh man.
I love Yugi. He's like,
Anyone
That's what
is
I'm
in this
talking
live
about.
right now, anybody's in this live who's not in the Discord, that's where you ask for a picture and you will get it. You can say like, I want a picture at night with this
Leslie,
mood and
I'm
this
gonna
color
drop
of
them all
jacket
for
on.
you. Don't worry. I'm dropping all of these for you. I actually dropped them in a chat the other day, but nobody looked at them. But I'm dropping
At
them
least one
for
person,
you.
multiple people have many collections of belly button pictures.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
you
really
have
need
to do
to.
just about anything, and somebody will have it, or they will be able to get it quickly.
My expertise is snarl pictures.
Yungi
My
snarl
expertise is
pictures.
obscure pictures of BTS.
Those
No,
are mine.
Steph did not find the lyrics, so somebody just dropped them in Discord
Oh,
for
I
me.
will send you a
Yeah,
link.
we'll
Good
help
Lord,
you out.
one.
Thank you.
Just go to
Now focus on pouty
focus
snarly.
on. We want to focus on. We want
Focus
to
on.
focus on. Focus.
I know what I want to focus on.
All right, all right.
Okay, so we're like
Okay.
wrapping this up.
So,
Yes,
what did we
Are we
learn
done?
today, children? We learned
Well,
today.
Leslie, is that in that? Is it in our lyric spreadsheet that way?
Not yet.
It'll be in the lyric spreadsheet the correct way, and then you can compare it to the music video.
When we get to Junguary.
Okay.
Yeah, when we start
Jungiary.
Yungi, we'll go into it.
Jungiary.
All the information.
Jungiary.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry
Don't
about
Well,
it.
if you
I'm
think
ahead.
about it, tell
Don't
Jungiary
worry
Day.
about it, sweetie.
Jungiary.
Jungiary.
All right.
Yeah.
We can-
November, December.
It's November.
No, we're not going to go over all of them. We want to surprise them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, they'll
Okay.
probably forget. They'll probably forget, but still.
We'll probably forget.
Yeah.
We're all
Listen,
menopausal. We
another
don't remember
month.
anything.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not menopausal.
I'm
Several
not
of us.
I'm not menopausal.
Or vitamin
I'm
deficient.
about to
Vitamin
arrive
deficient.
there.
I am vitamin
Very,
deficient.
very
So
much
yes, we've
appreciate
got
I'm about
you.
to get there.
I'm
About to get there.
severely iron deficient.
I'm sanity deficient.
We're all
Yes,
in
we
this
are
together.
all sanity deficient.
Thank you,
That's
Leslie.
true.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
DM'd her. I slid into her DMs, Leslie.
All
But
right.
we learned today that it is important to do our research, guys.
Yeah,
And
very important.
Have fun, but do your
Very
Very
research.
important.
to that point, in our Discord, we always have people asking us, like, hey, did you guys hear this? Do we know? Like, please feel free if you hear something and you don't know, always ask before passing on information that you're not sure about. We had a lot of stuff that happened recently with April Fool's Day. We know that BTS and Big Hit and all of them, they love to take part in April Fools. And there's a lot of stuff going around that was part of that wasn't true. And some people thought it was. And it's okay to get tricked by an April Fool's joke. Like, that's what it's meant to do. But it's also imperative that if you're not sure about something, ask before you pass it on as fact. So that's the main takeaway here. It's fun to speculate. It's fun to like laugh about stuff like this and go over conspiracy theories, but we always want to make sure that it's factual before we share it as
Yes.
such.
Or have a wild imagination, but make sure people know it's imaginary.
Exactly.
Right.
Right.
Good point.
You know that we're Delulu, but it's Delulu. It's not fact. Yes.
All right.
Lulu is the Salulu as long as you're not trying to present it as fact.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, so we're wrapping up.
All right. Yeah, I gotta go.
Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you guys so much.
Everybody have a great time Wednesday night seeing August D.
Don't
Yeah,
forget to
take
take
pics.
pictures. Don't
Yes,
forget
if you meet anybody.
hashtag us. What's that hashtag? 100 days.
100 days,
85.29.
Here we
85.29.
go.
We'll post
100
something.
days. I'm typing it in the chat right now.
We'll tell our
100
social media bitch to get on that.
85.29.
Is our 100th day. And so we are celebrating. We want to hear all about what you guys think about the project. We will be releasing a blog post on Wednesday with some special stuff in it that Stephanie's been compiling and Christina's working on something. So please, please, please hashtag us and tag us and take pictures at the movie. Tag us in that. We have watch parties in our Discord. Don't forget
Hurry
about
up,
our watch
go.
parties. Monday is in soup. Wednesday is our weekly content watch party. And then on
Are
Saturday.
you still doing that on movie night?
What?
Are you still doing that on
Okay.
Wednesday, even though Yoongi's movie's
It's
out?
Wednesday.
J-Hope merch is going up for preview in 6 minutes.
No,
I
Prince,
will
I'm asking
be
because
doing- I will
won't
I
you be at
will
the
still-
movie?
He's not going to the movie on Wednesday, Steph.
I'm not going to the movie on Wednesday. I will still be
Saturday.
doing a weekly content watch party on Wednesday. So if anybody else is not going to the movie on Wednesday, or if it's at a different time for you and you can still join us, please feel free to join us. It's going to be 8:30 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. Monday is in the soup, and that's at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Yay.
Bye.
All right, everybody.